Hi, welcome to Get Set Up. My name is Twyla, I'm from California, and today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, a kitchen appliance that's going to save you time, money, but more importantly, it's going to save your health. How many times have you heard growing up, do you want fries with that? Okay, we need to say no, we do not want fries because they're loaded with grease or lard or something that we shouldn't be having in our body. For more information on that, you can go to the Get Set Up articles. You can also go to Dr. Esselstyn's website. Last night I listened to a great podcast where he talked about all the damage that oil does to your endothelium cells. So check that out, and that's why this air fryer is indispensable. Now you might not have this kind, which is fine. An air fryer is going to save you time, it's going to save you money, but again, it's going to save your health. So the air fryer is so functional because let's say we're making one of my favorite meals, potatoes, any kind of potatoes, white, red, russet potatoes, and you can cut them any way you want. Depending upon the way your food processor looks, you can make shoestring potatoes, you can make sticks, little matchsticks. I just kind of like to do potato chip type thing. So I'm just going to slice them, and you can make them thinner or thicker. I like mine a little bit thicker, but if you want a crispier potato, then you can go ahead and make it crispy. Now I know I don't have the best knife skills, so please no one say, you should be tucking your fingers in. I know, I've heard it before, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so one thing is about the air fryer, you don't need any oil. And if you follow Dr. Esselstyn at all, you can hear him yelling, no oil, no oil. And so that's what we're going to do. So we have a couple of potatoes here, and I'm just going to turn on the air fryer. And why you would want one is because of the ease, but because you don't have to use any oil, and it's super, super budget friendly. So we're just going to open it up. This is what it looks like on the inside. Okay, we'll just put some of our potatoes in there. It's best if they're not touching because that cooks them a little bit better. And now I like to season mine depending upon the kind of mood I'm in. There's Thai seasoning, there's Italian seasoning, there's all different kinds of seasoning that you can use. Remember, you don't want to put any butter or any oil in here. And I'm just going to do a few just so you can see what it looks like. There we go. Oh, yum. I love potatoes. Potatoes happens to be one of my favorite foods. If you ever follow Dr. John McDougall of Starch Solution, you know that he is a big fan of potatoes. And there's actually a guy from Australia, yes, one of our production crews from Australia, and he lived, not the production crew guy, but the guy from Australia, he lived on just potatoes for a whole year. That's right. They checked his vitals before and after. He was better off after he ate a year full of potatoes. I'm not suggesting that, but I'm saying it's a perfect food to live on. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in the air fryer, and then I'm going to set it. So that little knob said, okay, we're ready. Now it's already set at 350 for 15 minutes, and that's what I want because that's the temperature and the time I mainly use, so it remembers like, oh yeah, she always wants the same thing. So that's what we have. But you can adjust it, go up and down with the time or with the temperature. And then we're just going to turn it on. All right, so I'll let you know in 15 minutes how it comes out. We'll see you in just a bit. What else can you make in an air fryer? Here's a few of the things I've made, but the possibilities are endless. One of my favorite things to make is kale chips. I just take the kale, I don't use the stem, I give the stem to my dogs. Well, actually they're my grand dogs, my daughter's dogs, and they love to chew on those. So I've got the kale chips, and then I sprinkle some nutritional yeast on there because the nutritional yeast, that's not brewer's yeast, that's nutritional yeast. It tastes a lot like cheese. So if you're missing cheesy Doritos, try some cheesy kale chips in the air fryer. Another one that I like to make is onion rings. Who remembers those greasy onion rings, we used to get at fast food places? We're not going to eat those anymore. You can still bread them with the gluten-free bread if you prefer, and you could make that in the air fryer. Kale and potato, I call them bites because I make them in a round, almost like a little ball, not a golf ball size, just a little ball, and I put those in the air fryer. Remember, Dr. Wilshewitz says 30 diversity of plants every week. And so you've got potatoes, you've got kale. Also another one that's really good, zucchini, You can cut the zucchini in different shapes. What I like to do with it, and this is kind of fun, when I make lasagna, sometimes I make it noodle free. So I'll cook the noodles in the air fryer first. Just gives it a different kind of a taste. And speaking of taste, go ahead and shut down your microwave. Things just taste better in the air fryer. You don't need to use your microwave to reheat. You can actually use the air fryer. Now here's a fun one. I hope you'll give these a try. Popcorn tofu. Before you say, I'm never eating tofu, it looks and probably tastes like my kitchen sponge, give it a try. It's really fun. I've got lots of different recipes for tofu. Many of them use the air fryer. What most people don't like about tofu is the texture. It's like, this doesn't taste right. It seems to be getting bigger in my mouth. But when you cook it the right way, whether in an air fryer or different spices, you're going to love it. So those are just a few of the many things. Just take a look online. We've got a lot of recipes for the air fryer on GetSetUp, and I think that'll help you enjoy your air fryer even more. Okay, welcome back. The air fryer finished. Oh, I love the smell of roasting potatoes. Let's open it up and see what they look like. Oh, perfect. Look how nice and puffy and crispy they are. How about that? No oil whatsoever, just in the air fryer. So I'm going to take some out. They are hot, very hot. And then what you can do is you can add your favorite, maybe you like ketchup, maybe you like mustard. It all depends. If you want to go for something a little bit different, you could try some tamari sauce on them. We also have some sriracha. For those of you who like it spicy, spice baby, you could add a little sriracha sauce. You could even make little hors d'oeuvres out of them. Sometimes I like to put maybe some green on there, maybe my Twila's No Tuna salad, and it really tastes good. So enjoy these. Please try that. They're perfect amount of crisp, no burnt, and most importantly, no oil.